Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Neshtaki Aradhyo Bhagavan Vrajeshatanayastaddhama Vrindavanam Ramya Kachitupasana Vrajavadhu Vargena Va Kalpita Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanamamalam Prema Pumartho Maha Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhur Matamidam Tatradharana Para Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashtata Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear worshipful devotees, thank you so much for taking out your most valuable time to read, hear, and study Srimad Bhagavatam. We are reading Canto 10, which is also called the mouth of the Mukharvind of the Supreme Lord. It has about 90 plus chapters, and we are at chapter 37. We are still reading. So Canto 10 has three subsections: Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan, Mathura, and then Dwarka. So we are still reading Krishna's Balya Leela, which were primarily in Vrindavan. And we are reading this chapter 37 entitled The Killing of Demon Keshi and Vyoma. So Krishna killed many, many demons, and amongst those are Keshi and Vyoma. So the first half of the chapter is about demon Keshi. So who recalls what was the form of Keshi demon? I'll give you four options: elephant, horse, ass, or bird. Okay. Anyone knows?
Horse, Prabhuji? I'm not sure.
Yes, Keshi the horse. Yes. Hmm. So we have, I believe, read till text number 5. I'll do a quick summary so far, and then we'll read further. This horse demon, this Keshi demon, of course, sent by Kamsha, was very, very powerful, very, very mighty, like, you know, the bull demon. And this demon, as we were reading, the demons in the early phases represent gross anarthas. Early phase when we say like Putana, uh, you know, Shakatasur, etc. But demons in the later phase represent subtle anarthas. As per Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, they represent subtle anarthas. So what does this horse demon represent, this anartha? We were going through this beautiful presentation also, which I made, I think 3-4 years back, based on the class by His Grace Madhavananda Prabhu, who is a disciple of His Holiness Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj. It's a very amazing devotee. And of course, both the Hindi and the English classes are already uploaded as well. So Madhumangal was dressed like Krishna. He wanted to dress, and then he had to face the Keshi demon. And finally, he went to Krishna, please help me, help me. A very huge horse traveling with the speed of mind, right? Tails touching the sky. His big mouth, right? Big mouth, and with his front limbs was trying to kind of smash Krishna, right? Began to kill Krishna, but Krishna dodged. Yes, Shukadeva Goswami is beautifully mentioning Krishna dodged, and then Krishna grabbed the two legs and whirled him around and threw him 100 yards, like patak, 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 and then boom, like ball. Hmm? Like a dhobi, beats up the cloth. If you have seen somewhere in India, like a washerman or a dhobi cart beating clothes, pat, 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 like, you can hear that sound, right? So, what does this Keshi demon represent? This Keshi demon represents a great obstacle that I am better than you. Oh, I am great. It's a big mouth, right? As you see here also, with the big mouth shouting, eh, like horses neigh, right? Showing big mouth. Uh, Big mouth means blowing their own trumpet. Oh, I am great. I'm a better leader. I'm a better guru. I'm a better singer. I'm a better manager. I'm a better devotee. I know more verses than you. I can give better class than you. This is the anartha within. So one has to be watchful. This pride is very, very dangerous. Yes, Keshi represents the sense of ego, vanity, right? So proud people often boast about themselves with their own mouth, and they criticize others because one is too full with their own stuff. They're proud. That represents the anartha of pride in one's own devotional practices and achievements. So one has to be very, very careful. One may go to the Everest, but it's cold and lonely, and one will ever rest there. Mhm. This one is Radhanath Swami Maharaj just mentions. Every choice we make in this life creates habits and conditionings, and the greatest conditioning is false pride. Hmm. Would anyone like to read this verse? Sorry, this small excerpt from Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, I can read if it is so.
Please.
Can I read, Prabhuji?
Yes, please.
Yes. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada Uvacha, I have noted your several complaints against the devotees, but it would be better to set the example rather than to criticize the defects of the devotees. We should always remember that we recruit members from people in general. It is not expected that every one of our members should be immediately to the standard qualification. The best thing for you is to set the example by your personal behavior and try to reform the others, not by criticizing but by friendly behavior. If sometimes there are any disagreements, we should try to forget such incidences and be always in friendship with each other. Letter to a disciple on 14th October 1971. Hare Krishna.
So much. So quite clear, right? ISKCON is not a society of pure devotees. Let's be very clear and understand that, because we are in ISKCON, right? We are members of ISKCON. So I am not pure devotee. So how can we say ISKCON is a society of pure devotees? So everyone is a sadhaka, except for a few rare souls who are like the acharyas or teachers, bona fide gurus. They are there to help us. But majority, like in a hospital, what's majority? The patients or the doctors? In a hospital, for for 10 doctors, there'll be at least 100 plus patients or maybe 500 patients, right? You can't expect 500 doctors and 10 patients, right? It's always the other way. Hmm? Similarly, we are in a society, there are more patients, more struggling sadhakans. And yes, there are some pure devotees, which are like our gold standard. So we should understand that just by, like as Prabhupada said, immediately, someone starts chanting, someone takes initiation 2, 3 years, 4, 5 years, that doesn't mean one become pure devotee. It takes a lot of time and struggle and sincerity. So now back to Bhagavatam. So one has to be mindful of the Keshi demon within. So upon regaining, so Keshi, so he was beaten up by Krishna through 100 yards, and then he opened his mouth wide again, rushed to attack Krishna, but the Lord just smiled and thrust his left arm into the horse's mouth as widely, uh, as easily as one would make a snake enter into the hole. So Krishna, what he do? इसके मुंह में he put his left arm, right? Basically, to silent you is my left, बाएं हाथ का खेल, as we say. Krishna, what did he use the Govardhan? Right arm or left arm? Left hand or right hand? Anyone knows? To pick
Left.
Govardhan?
Left, Prabhuji.
Left, yes.
Left.
And not only like he didn't use the whole palm or the whole thing. He used one finger, the smallest finger, right? That took to kill the pride of Indra. एक बार मान इंद्र को मारियो नख ऊपर गोवर्धन धारियो नाम पढ़ियो गिरिधारी राधे श्याम श्याम श्याम. When Krishna wants to humble someone, Krishna, like very easily, the word very easily is used, and he put left arm as easily as a snake would enter in the ground, basically with no effort. So we have read all that. Now we'll move on to text number 6. Anyone would like to read this?
I can read, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. दन्तानिपुतेर्भगवद्भुजास्पृशास् ते केशिनास्तप्तमायास्पृशायता बाहुश्चातद्देहगतो महात्मनो यथा माया संवर्धे उपेक्षिता. Translation and purport by Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhu. Should I read, Prabhuji? Hare Krishna.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Keshi's teeth immediately fell out when they touched the Supreme Lord's arm, which to the demon felt as hot as molten iron. Within Keshi's body, the Supreme Personality's arm then expanded greatly, like a diseased stomach swelling because of a neglect. Purport. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti points out that although Lord Krishna's arm is more tender and cooling than a blue lotus, to Keshi it felt extremely hot as if made of lightning bolts. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So this picture here, there are multiple pictures here. This one is you see, Krishna put his left hand, and in the next verse, we'll see this also happening. He's passing stool out of fear, and here also there is somewhere it's mentioned, like this is I think from Krishna book, we see putting his hand. Another, this one, similar, this is an AI. This one also is quite similar, it's an art. And it's also mentioned like Krishna got a scar, right? Like a soldier gets a scar. Of course, Krishna is transcendental, but that scar is kind of like, like a medal in the war. Oh, this scar is from that battle in 1945. They take like little pride in sharing that, right? So, so it's a transcendental thing. Everything is transcendental for Krishna. So Krishna's arm is more tender and cooling than a blue lotus, but to Keshi it felt like extremely hot. Yathamam prapadyante tams tathaiva bhajamiham. As we approach Krishna, Krishna will reciprocate accordingly. If someone wants to challenge Krishna, oh, fight with me, I want to prove I'm better than you, then Krishna will teach him a lesson. And that same arm, that same hand, the gentle, soft like a lotus, will appear like thunderbolt. Same for the feet, same for every aspect. To Kaliya, those impressions of Krishna's feet were like thunderbolt. But to the gopis, they are so soft, more soft than a rose petal. This is Krishna. Mhm. Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur also mentions, how could Krishna place his arm, tender as the stem of a lotus, into the mouth of Keshi, which was filled with fierce teeth? Would any one of us put our hand in horse's mouth? Yeah, a big horse, right? Fierce teeth, like they can, even though horses are not carnivorous, right? But still, their bite has a lot of force. It can damage our, right? No one would do that. Um, So, anticipating such an objection by the disturbed Parikshit Maharaj, Shukdev Goswami answers in this verse. As Keshi's teeth touched Krishna's arm to chew on it, they became uprooted and fell out. उसके दांत सारे गिर गए. Wisdom tooth extraction. Krishna, in one arm, all the, not just wisdom tooth, all the tooth were extracted, right? Krishna did a quick surgery or quick procedure, just as in contact with a red hot iron. Like molten iron, imagine if it touches any part of the body, it will just melt and just, like red hot iron touching the teeth is going to just, the teeth just fell off. Although Krishna's arm is softer and very cooling. Nitai Padakamala Koti Chandra Shushitala Ichhai Jagat Judai. Nitai Padakamala or Krishna's Padakamala or Gauranga Mahaprabhu's Padakamala, Radharani's Padakamala. For devotees, they are as cooling. Koti Chandra Shushitala. Koti Chandra, as if millions of moon put together. But to the demon like Keshi, just like a thunderbolt, hot as thunderbolt. Just as a jaundiced patient perceives sugar candy as bitter. So see, so Prabhupada, the Vishnu Chakra Thakur is giving the example. The sugar candy is sweet, but the jaundiced patient perceives it as bitter. So the devotees perceive reading Bhagavatam is very sweet, or chanting holy name is very sweet, or doing devotional service is very sweet. But the same thing, a non-devotee, how, oh my God, it's such a waste of time. Oh my God, better I watch a movie, better I go to a disco. They will perceive that as, stuff they want to do. They'll spend hours and hours there, but to read 10 minutes Gita, oh my God, that's very hard. That's impossible. That's too difficult. So it all depends on the attitude of the follower. Krishna's arm expanded. So not just Krishna put arm, it expanded also. So we have seen this in other places also, like Agasur and Keshi's mouth until he died, basically the end. Just as Krishna expanded in the mouth of Agasur. So few things here. Krishna put his left arm, it was like thunderbolt, like molten iron. It expanded, his teeth fell off. He practically died, the arm expanded. So Krishna will make ways to silent such puffed up people who have the demon pride, demon keshi of pride, of self pride. Krishna will Krishna will make arrangements to silence them through directly or indirectly. Hmm. In short, we should not have self pride. In short, we should be humble. Any other thoughts here? Any comments, reflections so far?
Prabhuji, did Balram also kill the horses which are along with Casey?
I think you are mixing this with the Dhenukasur.
Oh, Dhenukasur. Correct. Yeah. That is Dhenukasur.
Dhenukasur.
Talavan fruits.
Alavan
Correct.
fruits, yes. Yeah, those were multiple. Dhenukasur was the chief, and there were multiple as demon.
Oh,
Dhenukasur is
correct.
the as demon.
Yeah, this is only one Casey.
Here she is the horse demon. Yes.
Correct. Thank you, Prabhuji, for solving that problem.
Thank you. Yes, Anita Mataji.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, एक क्वेश्चन है कि
Yes.
आपने कहा कि अगर प्राइड है तो फिर वो कृष्णा उसको ठीक कर देते हैं, मतलब शांत कर देते हैं. बट ऑफन टाइम्स वी सी कि जो लोग प्राइड वाले होते हैं, एरोगेंस होते हैं, उनका और बढ़ता जाता है. सो हाउ वन शुड अंडरस्टैंड कि क्या उन लोगों के ऊपर कृष्णा का मर्सी नहीं है, या फिर मतलब हाउ हाउ टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट प्रभु जी, बिकॉज दिस काइंड ऑफ इश्यूज लाइक वी डू सी very commonly.
I
So
mean, see, everyone has pride, right? If we say we don't have pride, actually, that's a pride itself, right? So we all have these anarthas in some or the other quantity, in some or the other degree, we all have these anarthas. But to be cognizant, for example, if we say, oh, I don't get angry, we get angry, but how do we express it, right? What do we do about it? That's, one thing is to know that yes, we have anarthas is very good, but to do something about it is the next step. So we all have pride, and Krishna, yes, he will help to the degree we want help. To the degree we know Krishna, I have pride, please help me. He will then. Otherwise, he'll arrange other ways. Now, when he'll arrange, how he'll arrange it, that is up to him, right? Like Indra, he arranged the lifting of the Govardhan hill, right? And to kind of calm down the pride of Indra, he was thinking, oh, I'm the doer, oh, I'm the maintainer, etc. So Krishna will make arrangements, especially for devotees, especially those who are sincerely trying. Krishna does not like pride in the heart of his devotees. So he will help if they are sincerely continuing to render bhakti, he will help. But how soon, when, that's, let's leave that to Krishna. And what we can do, as Prabhupada said, be a good example, right? We read in just below, you read that. Let's leave that to Krishna. What we can do, as I shared a quote, although people are not faultless, but we can choose to see fault, separate the word fault, less. Basically, see less of faults in others, even they are not faultless. We're not denying that this is not perfect behavior, but it's not my job to fix everyone. My job is to fix myself. That's a I'm too busy fixing my own self. It's because Visheshika Prabhu said that in the class in Houston. I have no room, I have no time because I have so many faults to fix in my own self. Oh my God, I don't have time to see your faults. He said began his class with this. I'm very expert in finding faults, but when I came to this Houston temple, in a joking way, saying, I could not see anything to improve. Right? Basically, he was glorifying that how nicely the arrangements were made, the cleanliness, the deities, the arrangement, the sound system, the prasadam, the devotees, the care, everything was such a spick and span, perfect kind of. He's got Anuttama Prabhu, another ISKCON leader. He said, as transcendental and as first class our philosophy is, not every place, not every, place reflects our kind of the structure, building, infrastructure, technology. But this place is kind of representing our philosophy in a nice way also. So maybe I drifted a little bit from your question. Does that help?
yes, Prabhuji, it helps. But at the same time, I just feel that like how but you said not to think so much about like when and how it will happen, how Krishna will arrange. So yeah.
Yes. And we should never, like one devotee, like Mother Suniti and Suruchi, this example is so nice and classic. Suniti, Suruchi dealt badly with Dhruva, correct? There is no doubt. Everyone agrees. Suruchi dealt badly. If you were in Suniti's place, won't we want a normal person? Oh, she dealt badly with you. Krishna will teach him a lesson. You are not in the position. You are small. I don't have an important place. Krishna, uska karmo ka phal mile, right? She'll go to hell. She did not have any vengeance, bitterness in her heart. She prayed for her also. When Dhruva was returning, she invited, oh, Suruchi, please come, sit. And Suruchi also gave up all the past, and they both welcomed Dhruva. That's a very, very nice story. Sometimes these small details we miss, but this is very important. We never wish Like recently, I heard, I not follow politics so closely, but I think some politician died or something, so was shot down, etc. Right? It's in the news everywhere. Not going in the who's right, who's wrong, I don't know much about it, and we are too small to judge. But the principle is, okay, the person may have faults, the person may be good or bad, right? But we are not God to take laws in our action. We don't wish bad for anyone, even if this our mood is Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha. And our mood is Tattenu Kampa Susumikshamana. We'll keep tolerating and then basically take it as Krishna's arrangement, and Lord is purifying us. The Lord will do the needful. Whatever is best, He is arranging. Krishna ki marzi ke bina pata nahi hilta, right? And in that way, one becomes the rightful candidate to go back home, back to Godhead. So this is our Vaishnav Siddhanta. At the same time, we don't tolerate injustice or abuse, and take the right thing in the right way, and that needs a healthy balance. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Is Preeti Mataji were saying something?
Yes, Prabhu. He says that the falls, so pride comes before the fall. So it's like that when even Mataji's question was that why Krishna is not. So Krishna is basically intervening with the devotees because he's having a merciful to everyone. Like he says that in Bhagavad Gita that Sammoham Sarvabhuteshu. He's saying that is equal to everyone. But the devotees, those who are trying to go on that path, Krishna definitely take care of their that, he's taking care of that. This devotee should not have like, these anarthas in their heart because that is are the greatest impediment in the path of bhakti. And we have seen that like the devotees, like even Balram also killed the Romaharsan Sutta. Krishna himself disappeared from the arena of rasa dance, because he understands that he's kind of sense the pride in in the heart of the gopis. So a proud person cannot say that humble and meek inherit the kingdom of God. Those who have the humility, then they can grab something like, if you have a pot and if you put the pot, empty pot, and then somebody can put in the pot. Either you go to Krishna or to Guru, one has to go for the empty pot. That with that humility and with that understanding that I'm here to learn something, or I'm here to take up some knowledge from there. If you just opposite, if you just turn the pot, anything which goes there, it slips off because it's already like, it slips off because there is no humility in the heart. So if there is a humility in the heart, then we can like, danya bhav is very dear to Krishna. So yeah, I heard one story that I heard this story from Vaisevani Mataji. I think his name, the king name is Bharathari. He was a very, like, he ruled the kingdom. And after, like, we say that in the ancient times, we know that everybody follows the Varnashram Dharma. So when he come to the age of Vanaprastha, he left the home, family and wife and kingdom, everything he left it. And he just go to the forest to worship Lord and doing the meditation and the final stage. I mean, himself is preparing for the final stage of their life, his life. And so he was like wearing a sannyasi robe clothes. And one time there too, so he was another sages were there also. So one sages, he was taking a bath in the river, and after that, there's a spot. They're drying up their clothes. So the two sages are saying that no, no, this is my place. I have to dry up there. So you go in some other branch. You hang your cloth on some other branch. He said that no, 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 this is my place. I have to. So they were like, completely quarreling each other, fighting each other. So there is a lady who passed by there and who hears their conversation. So she said that you both are sages, you both are renounced, and you both are like fighting for the branch of a tree. And do you heard about that? The king Bharathari, he has everything, and he left the kingdom, he left his wife, he left his children, and he's going for he went for the forest. So she don't know that this sannyasi is himself the king Bharathari. So, and then once she passed by, so he realized that, there is always a sense of proprietorship and pride in the heart wherever you go. So that is a real renunciation is the renunciation of those desires, those anarthas in their heart. That is a real renunciation. Renunciation doesn't mean to change the dress. Renunciation means to completely surrender to the Lord that now, Lord, I am yours, and you have to take care of my anarthas also. Sometimes Krishna says that I'm especially in Bhagavatam, there is a words that if I favor a special mercy, I will take off everything from their relations, from money. I take them like a beggar because that is the Krishna's special mercy. So, but that also comes if we have a great faith and that conviction that I'm completely surrendered to the Lord. You just do it. We say that Bhakti Vinod Thakur says that "Maro bhi rakho bhi jo ichha tumhar." So it's absolutely it's in your hand. So that is a thing that we say that. Um, Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Haribol. So the idea was you were mentioning that Bharathari was proud about his renunciation.
Yeah, he was like proud, like he think like that. I left everything. I had like the whole kingdom, but I am here to what I am fine. Like, okay, it doesn't mean like, why should I be proud of like any proprietorship? This doesn't belong to me, right? Everything belongs to the Lord. Lord is the supreme proprietor and he is the maintainer. So anywhere I'm renunciant, so I don't have to take any like they both are talking, so I don't take any offense if someone is saying to me, right? So this is the basic problem in this world. Like ego, pride comes that okay, like in the Indra also think like that, oh, every time I was worshipped by the Vrajvasis. And this year, they're just listening a small child and they are not worshiping me. I'm gonna create a havoc in Vrindavan. So that kind of, because he was desiring a respect. So he had a pride for respect. He was desiring that respect. We say that man, pratishtha, kanak, kamini, these are the very subtle things. And it's very hard to give up.
Yeah.
So,
Very nice.
yeah.
One should always do, humble services, at least some. I'll share, I was in a class by Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. Very, very similar story which you mentioned. So the great sage Bharat Hari was maybe, I don't know, 100 years back, 500 years back, some time back. But this is done even in today's, these are very relevant things. So Gauranga Darshan Prabhu was when he was in BTA, which is Brahmachari Training Academy. What happened, there are hundreds of brahmacharis and hundreds of trainees. So there's a limited space to dry cloth. Now imagine there's limited space and they have their dhoti, their chadar, etc. So they're given, that, okay, this is your 5 feet of like wire or rope. So one devotee got agitated that this person, put his dhoti on my space. Now, how do I dry my dhoti? Because I cannot use other space because like they'll get mad on me. So he got agitated. He went to his counselor and his like teacher. He said, I feel like kind of packing up his dhoti and putting it aside, like wet dhoti, which was drying. And his teacher said, Prabhu, you wait for a few hours, let his dhoti dry, you properly fold it and give it to that Prabhu. The Prabhu, here is your dhoti. And then you go and dry your dhoti. Although what he did, that's a separate thing. But Krishna arranged that whole thing for you to become more humble and more surrendered. That will not come, oh, you may give big classes, you may memorize 100 verses, you may memorize 1,000 verses, people may know you, oh, you have 1,000 followers or 10,000, 1 million followers on YouTube or Instagram, whatnot. But this act will make you more humble. So please do it. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena seva. Humility it is not a detail in bhakti, it is the core of bhakti. Bhakti Lata Beej only grows in the heart or the soil of humility. Yeah, someone had their hand up. I forgot who had it. Do you want to make a comment or ask something?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. It was me again. I was just listening to Priti Mataji, and very wonderfully she explained. So I just wanted to express gratitude for that. And also, like when she was explaining that when Krishna says he's equal to everyone, but he has special mercy for his devotees, he takes care of his devotees especially. So this analogy was coming to my mind. I don't know, like, if it is correct to relate in that way. Like, as parent, like as mother, when we see two kids fighting sometimes, so we tend to correct our own child more. Like we teach them more than, like, focusing on the other child. So is that the correct analogy, Prabhuji or Mataji? Anybody can just maybe put some more insight. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Who can give a reference from Bhagavatam about this same analogy, which Mataji, or in Bhagavatam, same thing happened. Two people were fighting, and then a superior comes and corrects or says to the person who was kind of more right, hey, you calm down. This guy is not going to listen. You calm down. Very classic example. Very wonderful story. Can anyone think of what I'm sharing?
Prabhuji, I think I know what you're saying. Um, this was the one of the Maharaj whose son brought the Ganga. He was doing the yagna and he was reaching the hundred number में सत yagna he was going to reach, but Indra would come and steal the
Prithu
horse,
Maharaj.
Hmm.
Prithum, and then Brahma came and then explained it to Prithu Maharaj. Yes, thank you, Mataji. That hey, you become more because you are more mature than him. He is not going to listen. So you basically gave up your desire to complete the 100.
100 yagya. Excellent. That is exactly correct. So both
Right.
were devotees, both are devotees, Prithu Maharaj and Indra. Both are dear to Brahma, both are dear to Krishna, but some are more dear, right? Even in devotees, it's not like there's all like one category of devotees. Just think about like a spiritual master has 500 disciples. Are they all equally dear to him? In one way, yes. But one who takes up, sincere service and is following the vow sincerely, doing one's best, giving one's life and soul to the Guru, is he equally dear, or one who has initiation but he's doing okay his bare minimum and hanging out and doing a lot of other things which are not so conducive for bhakti, and only shows up to the temple when Guru is there. When Guru is not there, he's also missing. It happens. These are real stuff. I'm not, and these are senior devotees say that. So yes, so Prithu Maharaj was very sincere, very mature. 99 complete. Imagine You are the 99%, the very elaborate these yagyas are there. And then Brahma said, please you stop. Then here the lesson is 99 is greater than 100 because he did the 100th sacrifice of sacrificing one's ego. That is the biggest sacrifice. There's no greater sacrifice than that. To अपने अहम, अपने pride की आहुति दे देना. You give the ahuti or the sacrifice is pride there. It's not about me. It's about pleasing Guru. It's about pleasing the superiors. That is the ultimate purpose of yagya, right? Vasudeva Paramakha. And Krishna was very happy, and then he will become the next Indra. Okay, time is flying fast. Let's read one more verse. Anyone hasn't spoken?
I can try, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mata, please. Text 7.
Same dhame nasa Krishna bahuna niruddha vayus charanamscha vikshipan prasvina gatra parvit parivritta lochana papata landam visarjan shito vyasu. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. As Lord Krishna's expanding arm completely blocked Casey's breathing, his legs kicked convulsively, his body became covered with sweat, and his eyes rolled around. The demon then passed to and fell on the ground, dead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So graphic description of Keshi's leaving his body. So what all is happening here? His eyes rolled out, his teeth are already fallen, passing urine and stool out of fear. Doctors mention that when Yamadutas come, many people pass urine and stool at the time of death because they see Yamadutas. And of course, modern science may not say, oh, it's Yamadutas, but our Shastras know that it's Yamadutas, and they're so ferocious that people pass on urine and stool. So, kicking his legs, breathing heavily, all these are basically vivid symptoms of death. And finally, he was dead. The end. Right? Keshi ka khatam ho gaya. One who tries to show pride in front of Krishna, Krishna will not tolerate that. Krishna does not like pride. Keshi gave up his life. I mean, in one way, all these demons getting killed by Krishna is also a great fortune, right? And but teaching us a lesson that how Krishna will not like Mataji gave the example of Romaharshan Sutta. Another example from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the milk drinking brahmachari. The milk drinking brahmachari was thinking, oh, I only drink milk. I deserve to see Krishna's, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's night kirtan, dances, etc. I deserve. Whenever we feel, oh, I deserve, oh, I am entitled. Her Grace Yamuna Mataji, Prabhupada disciple, he said we should always be very, very careful of the feeling of entitlement. Oh, I'm a senior devotee. Oh, people should offer respect to me. Oh, I have done this. Talking about Bhaktivinoda Thakur and a great example of humility. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was so amazing, person as a devotee and as a professional also. We all know how he was so expert, a magistrate judge. He could solve cases like in seconds, which would take decades, or sorry, weeks and months. He could solve in a very fraction of a time. Very, very efficient to the extent that the government built a railway track so that this person does not have to spend much time. He can get out of his house, sit on the train, and come to the office. Is there anyone you know in your life where the government or their office, you may have heard of, okay, the office sends a car for them, or the office sends a chauffeur for them, or the office has some kind of, they have given a car to drive. But office building a railway track so that he could sit on the train, doesn't have to waste time. That was Bhaktivinoda Thakur. The train was running especially for him. But one fine day, what happened? With time, people forget, right? What was the root cause behind, like, and as the train was running, other people were also accessing the train. And one fine day, India, so many population, one fine day, all the seats were full. All the seats were full, and this person, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, was sitting on the on the floor of the train. And all the other people had no idea. He didn't say, "Hey, bhai, this train is running for me. You guys are reaping the fruits, but you forgot why is this train?" No. A Vaishnava is very careful. They run away from pride. The classic example of they run away from pride. They feel that their name is going to spread. They run away from it. What example is ringing in your mind? Who's that? The guru of Ishwar Puri Madhava, who the Lord stole Kheer Chor Gopinath, right? For Madhavendra Puri.
Madhavendra Puri.
Mahendrapuri.
Yes. The Lord stole the Kheer form from him. Who is such a fortunate soul? The Lord stole Kheer. And that time there was no Instagram, Facebook, etc. Otherwise, oh, look at me. Here's that pot which Lord Gopinath stole for me, the great Shubhavilas Govindas, right? To get name, fame, he ran away from that place. He didn't, but you know, Krishna had his arrangement, and the news still spread. We'll be going to Lord Varadraj in Kanchipur next month in India. Sri Kuresh was a great devotee and disciple of Ramanujacharya. He was talking to Lord Varadraj, like face to face. Like he would ask question, the deity would reply. That's Kuresh and talking to Lord Varadraj. These are such our great heroes, running away from pride, running away from puja la pratishtha. It's like Shukara Vishtha. It's the stool of the pig. So this is Keshi demon, and the demon was dead. So we also pray, Krishna, you also put your arm means your words in here. Krishna is not different from his holy name. Please enter in my heart. Please expand in my consciousness. Please kill this Keshi demon. It's loudly roaring. It's neighing. ये बहुत बड़े बड़े अपने आप को समझता है. Please put and curb that demon. Put yourself and fill my heart. Expand so that there is no room for Keshi demon. So that the Keshi demon passes away in my consciousness. That's the mode of a Vaishnava. Any other thoughts, comments? Okay, maybe one last verse for today. Anyone who has not yet spoken or read, quickly we'll read this.
I can read something.
Yes, please, Mataji.
कर्तेहता कर कर्कटिका अलोपमान् व्यसोरपाक्ष्य भुजं महाभुजा अविस्मतो यज्ञा हताविकासुरे. Oh, sorry, there's another line. So I'll just read it again because I thought it's 3 lines, so the meter was wrong. Tadehata karkatika falopamad vyasor
अपाक्ष्रियाम्बुजं महाभुजा अविस्मतो यत्नं हतारिकासुरे प्रसूनवर्षैर्वर्षाभिर्ईडिता. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The mighty armed Krishna withdrew his arm from Keshi's body, which now appeared like a long Karkatika fruit. Without the least display of pride at having so effortlessly killed his enemy, the Lord accepted the demigod's worship in the form of flowers rained down from above. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Thank you so much, Mataji. So, Lord effortlessly killed this demon. So, Karkatika. Anyone knows what's this? What kind of fruit is that?
What did you ask, Prabhu?
In the translation, it is mentioned, which now Keshi's body appeared like a Karkatika fruit. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur mentions that it burst open like an overripe melon. It burst open, body fat gaya. Keshi's body. And without the least display of pride. But Krishna is not showing pride. Oh, look at me. I'm the one who killed the big Keshi demon. Effortlessly. The bhai hath ka kill. It's like, what a big deal if a child is, throws a Lego. Will you like give him like a gold medal if a child like, throws Lego like 1 meter away or 1 feet away, right? Or if the child kind of picks up a mushroom or the mushroom, many time example is shared. A child picks up a Lego like a 3-year-old. Not a big deal, right? So Krishna killing this demon Keshi, what a big deal. Nothing. Very, very easily. Krishna was not proud. So easy task. So his body burst open. And what are demigods doing? Offering showers of flowers, like rain from the sky. One more demon killed. So this they do in almost all the occasions. Anytime Krishna does, they are basically, is a festival. Anytime Krishna kills a demon, Pushpavarsha, right? And in many ISKCON temples also, we do Pushpavarsha or flower festival. It's a very good idea. Krishna loves that. Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. In Houston, we were there recently, and some time back they had celebrated. They had offered 30,000 roses to Srimati Radharani and Krishna. 30,000. It's in the ISKCON news article also, if you want to read. Krishna's word is Mahabhujai. Krishna is called here Mahabhujan, mighty armed. This word is used for Arjuna also at times, great devotees also. But here Mahabhuja, why? Why Krishna is called Mahabhuja here? You just discuss
Because he killed. Because he
because
killed through his hand the Keshi king. So
yes.
it's described that even Bhagavad Gita also says that I am the strength of all strength. So he is stronger. He has a lot of strength.
Yes. So Krishna, yes, killed him with his hand. And there is a beautiful ghat in Vrindavan called the Keshi Ghat. So Krishna, so putting hands in one's mouth is considered unclean. right? Therefore, we wash hands. It's like a hole, right? And putting hands in the hole, whether it's ears, nose, eyes, etc. It's unclean. Therefore, we wash. So Krishna's hands got dirty, of course, in a transcendental way. So Krishna came down to this ghat on the banks of Yamuna, and therefore it is called Keshi Ghat. So now you know. And what do we say? Who wants to read this? Don't go to Keshi Ghat, Rupa Goswami says. Anyone who has not read wants to read?
I can read.
Yes, Mataji.
Don't go to Keshi Ghat. Jokingly, Sri Rupa Goswami forbids worldly men to go to Keshi Ghat, saying, if you have even a slight desire to enjoy life with your wife, sons, relatives, and friends, then listen to my advice. Never go to Keshi Ghat in Vrindavan, even by mistake. There, Sri Govind Ji is standing in his charming threefold bending form, smiling. A person who even once behold this deity of Govinda never returns to his home, and his household life is ruined. It's very famous. Yeah.
Very well. So now we know the connection of the Keshi demon and the Keshi Ghat, right?
And even Krishna also called as Keshav, because he killed the Keshi demon. I mean, there's two reasons why he called as Keshav, because he was hearing the Radharani's hair also, and hair in Hindi called as Kesh. So that the reason I heard from a devotee, and another reason is why I called it a Kesha, because he killed the Keshi demon. So I heard a story behind there's a reason. If you have 1 minute, I can share.
Yes, Mata, please.
Um, so like when Krishna comes as a Rama avatar, so one time Krishna was Lord Ram was walking in the forest with Mother Sita, and he saw that a lot of a pile of bones, a pile of bones was he just you know hit his foot while walking, a pile of bones. Then he asked that, what is this, why is like all of then I think Mother Sita, she says that these are all, I mean, I think Mother Sita said or Lakshman said, I exactly don't remember it, but someone says that like it is all the bones of the sages. And Lord Ramachandra feels so much, he's very compassionate, and he always holds a bow and arrow, and he shoot the as soon as he saw that, he shoot the arrow and kill all the the demons there. But then Mother Sita says that you always carrying that, and I don't want to take up the weapons. Then Lord Ramachandra says that, okay, when I will come in Dwapar Yuga as Krishna, I will not take up any weapons. And if you see that when Krishna comes as Krishna in Dwapar Yuga, he killed like every day one demon killed. But have you seen Krishna has pick up any weapon? This is the time when Radharani asked that when he killed the King Bull demon, and then he asked that, "Oh Krishna, you are a sinner. You killed the bull. Bull is a dharma. You killed the bull. How could you do this? Now I don't come to you because you are a sinner. You have to purify yourself." And that time he reveals that I don't use any weapon to kill that. Then he said that, oh Krishna, don't be lie, because you kill every day, every demon. Then he said that, but I kill every demon with my hand, not the weapons. So I mean, then the appearance of Radha Kund happens. You all the stories about the how Radha Kund appear. But yeah, this is the just reminds me that Krishna is so tricky. He kills every demon with his hand, with maybe a toe. Aristasur was just killed by his own toe. So yeah, Krishna fulfills the desire when he come as a Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Amazing. Very nice. Okay, so we're very grateful to all of you again for your kind association. Rika Mataji, Shroma Mataji, Preeti Mataji, Ravi Prabhu, Anita Mataji, and Shama Karuna Mataji. Thank you. Your association means a lot. Thank you for reading Bhagavatam together. Let's pray to Lord Krishna so we can also overcome the demon of pride within by chanting the holy name, by reading Bhagavatam. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Purana ki jai, Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samaved Kaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.